Всем привет, привitane, dzień dobry. Guys, good afternoon from Minsk. As you know, I'm here right at Plaza Jakuba Kolasa. It's where I always start my journey on another day out here. Okay, so I have received a lot of questions from you guys, and rather than stay at home in the warmth and comfort of my apartments, decided to come out and bring you on another trip around Minsk. Now, as you can see, it's very, very cold at the moment. The winter's back. It's snowing. It's about -8, -9 at the moment. So, it's a Saturday. I need to get things done. Alright, so let me take you on a journey of an ordinary Saturday afternoon here in Minsk. And here's the snow. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, let's go. We're here, guys, at Plaza Pobedy, and right here is the junction between Prospect Nezavisimosti and Ulica Kommunistyczna, Communism Street. Now, as you know, we were here about 3-4 weeks ago when I shot that movie, the first one of the 2023. And as I mentioned, the building behind me was where Lee Harvey Oswald stayed in Minsk during his time here. 3 years where he was here, and of course he met his wife Marina. And while I was filming here, I got a bit of stick from a long-time subscriber of mine, a local, and he pointed me to this place, the greenhouse right in front of me. And of course, this house has a very, very significant place in Soviet history, and it was here at that house behind me was where the RSDLP, the Russian Social Democratic Labour Party, was founded back in 1898. That was the house of a railwayman, and it was from the RSDLP and the Jewish Bund that spawned the Mensheviks and the Bolsheviks. Of course, the Bolsheviks became the Communist Party of the Soviet Union and completely changed world history from there. Now, as you know, I've already made a film about this building, and you can check it back on the back catalogue. I'll put the link below. So that leads me on then, guys, to the first question. And that first question is, I got two questions from two of my subscribers. One from David Houlihan, and he said, how difficult is it to get a visa to travel to Belarus? Okay, well, I've actually already made a video about this, and my good friend Anfisa Kalakova has already actually done a video on this also. So basically, to sum it up, it is like this. If you want to come to Belarus, there are two ways. If you're flying, say, from London to Minsk, you have to get a flight from London to Istanbul, then Istanbul to Minsk to avail of the visa-free option. If you come from one of the countries that have a visa-free agreement with Belarus. However, if you want to get across the land border via Poland or Latvia, Lithuania, you will need a visa. And the only way to get a visa is to go to the local Belarusian embassy in your host country or in a nearby country and get your tourist visa. So, if you come from Poland, Latvia, Lithuania, you can take the land route visa-free. Yeah, that's what you gotta do, guys. If you come to Belarus, check out Anfisa's channel. I'll leave a link to the video where she explains that in a lot more detail than I do. we're on the Miga, and this is where the center of life here is in Minsk. Shopping, there's Galleria just behind me, and many other buildings and places to shop. Guys, I want to show you something right in front of me. So right on top of this building, we have a sign that says Slava Belarusian. That's Belarusian, by the way. It means glory to the winners. And I want to show you something here, something real Soviet. So I'm going to show you a Soviet mural. Check that out. It's built in the 60s, and of course this represents the victory of the Red Army, the people, the workers, the Great Patriotic War. And right below it is a KFC. So we got communism and capitalism in one building. Where else would you get it? Yeah. I don't know if you see behind me there, it's a Chinese restaurant, Lychee. And that used to be a nice little Belarusian cafe I used to go to. But it's been taken over by the Chinese. Oh dear. Okay. Здравствуйте. Можно кофе, пожалуйста? Одна кофе, капучино, среден. Okay guys, I've actually grabbed myself a coffee on the go. I asked for a medium cappuccino. It's quite a big medium if you ask me. Okay, let's find a place to sit down and I'll answer the next question. What a nice coffee. Just as a point of reference, this place here, as you know, used to be a McDonald's, but it is no longer, as they have left Belarus. All right, let's find a place to sit down and relax for a couple of minutes, get my feet warmed up. Ooh. So guys, I'm on Moskva Street. I managed to find a place to sit down. The seats are very, very cold and wet. Anyway, let me finish off my coffee. Okay, so this leads me on then to the next question. And I got this one from a guy called Gorky, and basically he asked me, do Irish bank cards work in Minsk? The good news is they actually do work here, but you'll be paying an extra commission. Speaking of which, right in front of me is the sign for Pinky Banditsky, one of my favorite bars here in Minsk. And that reminds me, I haven't gone out in about 3 weeks, so I gotta go out and enjoy the bars and the clubs and the restaurants of Minsk. It's definitely overdue a visit. Okay. Yeah, such a nice street this is, Moskva Street. In the summer this place is full, so a lot of people are sitting outdoors in cafes and bars in front of me. Yeah, but of course this time of the year it's quite cold. Yeah, so I can move on and sample an average Saturday afternoon in the center of Minsk, and as you can see, not many people around. Let's push on. I'm just off Prospect Nezavizamosti, and I'm on Moskva Street. I don't know if you can see this big ochre colored building in front of me. It has a big Roman columns. That is the Maxim Gorky Theatre, and this used to be one of the main Jewish synagogues in Minsk. And I featured this building before with Dr. Ihar Melnikov on Jewish Minsk, and the reason how you know it was a synagogue, if you go to the side of the building here, you will see very interesting design and shape. Yeah, a lot of the synagogues in this part of the world have this kind of brickwork So Minsk used to have a very, very big Jewish population, and it became the Maxim Gorky theater in the 1930s as the Soviet government began to requisition churches, mosques and synagogues. Voor mijn kast als Kieran Doyle, ik schrijf Katesprila Bacheli. Bacheli, Nilisgum and Fokelshaw. Vediga Vedalat are Issentum. Lana Reich.
Next station is Frunzinskaya. Please mind the closing doors.
Frunzinskaya station. Transfer to the Zelenaloshskaya line.
Of course was Frunzinskaya station, so we're on the red line, which is the second of the Minsk 3 metro lines. And the reason why it's called Frunzinskaya is because that metro station was named after a guy called Mikhail Frunze. And who Mikhail Frunze was? Well, he was a famous Bolshevik general. He was born in Kyrgyzstan in Bishkek back in 1885, and he became one of the best known and celebrated generals of the Russian Civil War. And if you know, Bishkek, of course, is now in modern day Kyrgyzstan. And during the Soviet period, the city was named Frunze. And of course, it was named back to Bishkek in 1981. Yeah, a very interesting guy. And as you're getting off the train, you will see the murals of Mikhail Frunze on a horse, the Bolshevik soldiers. All right, I don't have anything to see in front of me. We're coming into the center, back into the center of Minsk again. Yeah, this is Kalavarska Street, and I want to show you guys something you've been missing over the last number of months. Well, check this out. This has to be perhaps the best Soviet mural in all of Minsk. Yeah, awesome. 2 guys on the hammer and sickle, 2 workers. The proletariat, the peasant, and the industrial worker. There you go. There's your Soviet mural fix. All right. Now I promised you guys I'll take you to a place where they speak Belarusian. I think it's around here somewhere. Yeah. Hang on a second, I think I found it on Sukhaya Street. I think this is it, Ragna. Alright, let's go in. Oh, it's open, thank God. Dzień dobry. Привитание. Ищу календаря по белорусски языка BV лучше. У вас есть календарь по-белорусски язык?
Все календари, что мы имеем, вот тут. Вот только такие.
Можно. О, это красиво. Красиво это. О.
Да, это на фотограф.
Фотография белорусский, that's студент. January.
Yes, January.
Luty, February.
Yes.
Yes. Sakavik, March. Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland. Ireland, very good.
He takes photos Belarusian holidays
Yeah.
and traditional events. And
Very
this
nice.
one, this Belarusian artist, Lelia Busarova.
Навица этом календарем. Я возьму. I'm fine, thank you very much. Your English is very good.
Thank you. Дякую.
Дякую.
In
Дякую.
Belarusian.
До побачення.
До побачення.
Well, guys, we have our calendar in Belarusian. So, I think that is it. I've got my calendar because my previous calendar has run out of months. So she's given me a very, very nice calendar for 27 rubles. That's about what? €9. I think that's worth good value. Okay. All right, so a typical Saturday. I have what I have. It stopped snowing, and I think we're going to have a nice, cool, cold evening here in Minsk. So let's get back to the city centre so I can go home and watch the game, the rugby match. Right, guys, well, we're back to where we started earlier on today at Ploshchad Jakub Kolas, and as promised, I always keep the best till last. And this is one. I get a lot of questions like this, controversial questions, but anyway, we're going to answer it. So from John's channel, and he wrote, why do you never mention the war? Could you get deported if you do? Is it like Faulty Towers? Don't mention the war. John, if you've been paying attention, I have mentioned the war a number of times on this channel, and I repeat my message. The only way out of this is for both sides to sit down and talk and to negotiate a peaceful settlement. Because right now we are on the escalation escalator. We're approaching a crescendo, very dangerous one. I don't know, guys, maybe if NATO had dissolved itself way back in 1992, we wouldn't be in this mess. We wouldn't have had the destruction of Yugoslavia. We wouldn't have the illegal bombing of Serbia, of Iraq or Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, and now Ukraine. If only Bill Clinton had heeded the advice of George Kennan back in 1995, 1996, when he told Bill Clinton, do not expand NATO towards Russia. But it is as it is, guys. We are in it. All right. So anyway, that is it from today. It's a cold Saturday evening here from Minsk, and let's go back. I think I'm going to go back and just crack open a couple of beers and relax for the evening. If you do want to get some good in-depth analysis of the Ukraine war, well, you can't do no wrong. Then go to the Duran, Alexander Mercouris and Alex Christoforou. I'll leave the link below in the video. All right, so that is it, guys. We're going to leave it from that today, and as always, from Minsk, Slanga Fall, do svidania, do pobacenia, peace out.
You stop talking about the war.
Me? You started it?
We did not start it.
Yes, you did. You invaded Poland. Yeah.